Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to be alive. Nice to be on the Lifeline. I need to put a little notice in here. Hold on just a minute. There. Hello, Rebecca. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I was a little bit late. My connection was not very good today. I had trouble getting things to come up, so just had to keep trying till I could get it to sign on. I had one of those little circles that just went and went and went and went. Hi, Lisa Clark. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's part of what I'm going to be announcing this afternoon once we get quite a few folks in here. I'm working on baby knitted hat right now on a round loom. Oh, that's cool. I don't have any round looms and I've been considering buying one just because it looks like it'd be so much fun to use. Today I'm doing very well, Lisa. Thank you. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Ruth. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. I kind of missed being here too, believe me. Hello, Lisa Hoffer. Welcome. It's good to see you. Goodness, we have 9 people signed in already. Don't forget the thumbs up, folks. Hello, Linda Jacobs. Welcome. It's good to see you today. Hello, Loretta. Welcome. Great to see you too. Been a while, but it's because I've been playing hooky, not because you have. Hello, single man. It's good to see you too. Welcome. Guess I can start with a little update on what's going on here in my crazy life. um, Most of you know that my dad was diagnosed with dementia about a month ago, and hi Joe. Um, he has gone downhill since then quite a lot. We got him on hospice 2 weeks ago and got him into a hospital bed so mom can take better care of him, and the nurses, when they come in, can take care of him too. He has his good days and he has his bad days. On the good days, he remembers us and can carry on a fairly good conversation. Sometimes he kind of goes off into the ether for a little while, but when he's with us, he's totally with us. And he has bad days when he's just a curmudgeon, a grumpy old man, and he doesn't want to do anything that anyone wants him to do. So, or he sleeps all day. So it's been kind of difficult. Mama, at the same time, was diagnosed as pre-dementia, and because of the stresses of caring for dad, she's starting to show signs of more dementia as well. Yep, apparently that is something that's very common with dementia patients. Is they get kind of mean from time to time. I know you've mentioned several times, Joe, that your dad can be in a bad mood and be really mean. Well, my dad's starting to do that too. Unfortunately, he only takes it out on my mom. So he doesn't take it out on me, but I think that's because someplace in the back of his head he knows I won't put up with it, and she still does. So, but anyway, Um, Mom is beginning to show some of the signs as well. She's starting to forget things. She's starting to lose her train of thought and gets a little confused and that sort of thing. But so far, she is still um, positive. She's still happy. Those things are very good. So that's the update on the folks. Um, I've not been here the last 2 weeks because my oldest daughter had some surgery 3 weeks ago tomorrow, and I had to be with her to care for her when they did it on an outpatient basis. It was elective surgery, but it was pretty major. And so I spent a week and a half living with her at her home and caring for her. She couldn't be left alone. She couldn't get out of bed on her own or do anything else on her own. And she lives in a 2-story house, which makes it rather difficult when you can't walk. So, anyway, the first week we spent getting over that. And the first weekend after the surgery, she developed a blood clot in one of her legs. And that's nothing to be casual about it all. It's a very scary thing. And we took her to the emergency room and they got her started on Xarelto, which is apparently a fairly strong blood thinner. And she's doing much better now, but I'm still going by her house and checking on her about every other day instead of going over there every day. So, hi, Celtic. Good to see you too. That's right, Joe. They want to send it to. They want to send the guilt to somebody else. They don't want to admit that it's their difficulty. So I understand. Hello, Passamaquoddy. It's great to see you too. Thank you for the prayers. We can definitely use it. Um, anyway, things have just been really crazy for me. The birds are furious with me because I've been gone and they're used to me being there. Mark's Adventure. Hello from the UK. My goodness. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Mark, unfortunately, David passed away last November, but the birds and I are still here and we're still doing well. So thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Um, and it is good to see you. I hope you come back often and say hi. Uh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate the prayers. I truly do. Um, Another thing that has come up in the last 2 weeks is I got some people out, and um, about a year ago, we had a pretty bad hailstorm, and I was not aware of it, but it damaged the roof of my triple car garage. And through this time, um, the underlayment of the roof and the actual plywood that goes on the rafters rotted through in several places. I got my insurance adjuster out and he looked at it and he said that the only thing they would pay for was the actual shingles that came off, and that all the rest of the damage to the roof was not covered on my insurance, so I would have to pay for that. So I raised the money, and my roof is in the process of being repaired and new roofing put on. Hello, Mary Playford. Good to see you too. I'm getting to that, Celtic. Anyway, um, in process of getting the roof of the garage repaired, we discovered that the foundation has sunk an inch and a half on one side. Apparently, the rain now is washing the dirt out from under the foundation of my house, and it is sinking. So I've had inspectors out, insurance people out, and basically what it's come down to is it's going to be about a $20,000 repair, and insurance is not going to pay a penny of it. So now I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. Hi, Allie. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Anyway, so the garage roof itself, I was able to find a friend who could do it, who is a roofer. He made a wonderful deal for me. Completely redid the roof from the rafters out, and he's putting a metal surface on the outside of it, which should last a lot better. And he only charged me $3,000, which I had. Thank God I had some money in my savings, so we're getting that done. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to pay for the foundation. So, hello, Brett. Good to see you. So, my parents, my daughter, the house, and all the problems here. Um, it's getting to be a very full plate. And the big announcement is that hi, Amy, I am going to take the month of June off from live streams. I think I need that to just get my head straight with all the changes after losing David and then all these other things that have happened. I think I need some rest time, some recoup time. I will miss you all greatly. I really don't want to do this, but to be honest, right now, with everything else going on, it just feels like too much to get everything together to get online and chat. So, just for the month of June, I will be back the first Sunday in July, but for the month of June, I'm going to take the time off, see if I can figure out how I can raise $20,000 to fix the foundation of my house so it doesn't keep sinking. And yes, Celtic, you're right. I think I need the time. I think, well, Donna and I were talking earlier today. Um, I have never been one to do a lot of sleeping. Ever since I was a small child, sleep was always a waste of time for me. I was afraid I would miss something. And for the last 3 weeks, if I'm not actively working on something with someone who needs me, I'm sleeping. I sit down, I fall asleep. I can't seem to control it. So for someone who used to get between 2 and 4 hours of sleep a night, I'm getting between 12 and 15 hours of sleep a night, and that's not good. So thank you, Loretta. Thank you very much. Yes, Lisa, you are right. God will care for me, and with prayers of all of you and all of my other friends, I will pull through this. There's no question in my mind about that. But I also think for my own mental stability, I just need to take a month and try and figure out what's going on. I also still have in my garage and in my house belongings from both of my sisters who passed away in 2017 that I've been trying to figure out what to do with. Some of them are important, some of them are just emotionally important. And I need to go through and get rid of all of that. I'm have recently taken over all of the finances and that sort of thing from my parents. I now have durable power of attorney for both of them. So if something happens, I can legally take care of and make the decisions for them. So thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. I know the Lord's going to take care of me. I have no doubt about that. I just basically, more than anything else, need a little bit of R&R. And that's what the month of June is going to be for me. I'm just going to basically shut down, stay off of multimedia as much as possible. The only consistent multimedia I am going to try and keep up with is I'm going to try it each month, each week to make it to the Broussards live stream. That's important to me. I don't feel that it is work or difficult for me. I don't have to worry about cleaning up or fixing the stuff around me or whatever. I can just sit down and go to their live stream and moderate and enjoy visiting friends. So if any of you all want to come by there and say, hey, it's every Thursday night, sorry. Every third week it's a Wednesday night, but we just had the Wednesday. So starting this coming week, there'll be 3 weeks of Thursday night. And it's from 7 to 8 or 9 or whenever we decide to close it down. So Broussard's Homestead. Look up and see where Brett signed in. He signed in with Broussard's Homestead. So you'll want to drop by and say, hey, not just to me, but to Amy and Brett and all the wonderful people that are on that live stream. That would be much appreciated as well. Let's see. What you don't want, have them do an auction directly. That's either, Loretta, I'm either going to do that or I'm going to donate it. There are a couple of places here near here that um, we have a shelter for battered women that can use a lot of things. We have two different um, orphanages, the places for children. Oh, tell her I said I love her too, Amy. Thank you very much. Anyway, what I don't, oh, give her a hug from me, please, Amy. It's wonderful to hear about her. The things that I decide I don't want to sell, I don't have time to sell, just not interested in selling, I'm going to take over there and donate. Liv, hello, hello, welcome. My goodness, it's been a long time. Thank you so much for your hugs and thank you for stopping in. That is lovely. Yes, yeah, Joe. There are a couple of organizations here in town, and there are a number of friends that I made through David before he passed that have all still are asking if there's anything they can do. And I have one friend who has a huge trailer. He has a horse farm. He has a huge trailer that we can just fill to the brim and take wherever we're going to go and unload it. So that's another option I have open. We'll see what happens. So anyway, what's going on in your life? You've heard all about mine and all the crazy things I'm going to. So tell me what's going on in your life. Let me have some good, happy news. And let me get a drink of water before I die of dry mouth here. I know you would, Lisa Clark. Thank you. Hello, Carrie. Wonderful to see you. Welcome, welcome. If you want to catch up on the big announcement, catch the replay in the first 20 or so minutes and you'll hear all about it. I hate to just run through it again and again. I found a church here in the neighborhood that has a um, closet for the needy that are willing to take all of David's clothing that his kids did not want. So they're all packaged up, and all I have to do is find out when they're open and take it over there. And they also want all the hangers that I don't need, and I've probably got 100 hangers, so that's good. Let's see, not much good or happy news other than no one's died in here. Your dad's foot is healing. That's wonderful, Joe. I'm so glad. Just go back. Oh, that's wonderful, Carrie. 7 ducklings. I have 2 ducks now and 9 chickens and a rooster. Doctor's appointment. Row had camera go. Celtic, I had those more times than I'd like to count. I understand. The camera goes where no camera should go. Well, I'm hoping that they've been good news each time. That is great. Yeah, Carrie, I got 9 hens and the most magnificent rooster I've ever seen in my life. He's tall and solid white and the most brilliant red wattle and comb I've ever seen on anything. Yes, I did, Ruth. I did name him. um, oh goodness, my mind suddenly went back. Um, Named him after my favorite golf player, and now all of a sudden Rory, Rory Rooster. I named him after Rory McIlroy, my favorite golfer. And what's really funny, I've been calling him that for a very short time, and already he answers to it. A very smart rooster. Terry, I don't know what kind he is. He was a gift. A friend of mine at church knew that I was considering getting a rooster for my hens, and he just showed up at my front door one day and said, I have an extra rooster that I'm going to have to put in the freezer unless you want it. Well, I took him and oh, he is a magnificent bird. He truly is beautiful. Thank you, Celtic. I'm sure I will. I have no doubt about it. It's just I've been running full tilt since about 2 months before David died, and I just really, really need a rest. So thank you, Ruth. Harry, Rory is, he has not a really loud crow, but he has a very distinctive crow. So I thought Rory would just be ideal. He is a beautiful one. Maybe while I'm on vacation, I can take a picture of him and put it out on somewhere. I don't know, or just take pictures and save them for when I come back. Take care, Celtic. Get your rest. I'm glad to hear that you're doing all right. And thank you for dropping by. Well, have y'all been hot? I'm looking to see. It's 94 degrees outside right now and 76 in here. Mark, let's see. Life seems to have a curveball machine set to comp. Thank you, Mark. I know that things are going to, well, let me put it to you this way. I could have lost this home and when David passed because he passed without a will. And my stepchildren stepped in and said, "We want you to stay in the house." I'm still going through the probate process, but they have signed all the papers to allow me to stay in the home. And we will only split the proceeds of the sale when I decide to leave the home and sell it. And then they will each get a third, and I will get a third. So the kids have been wonderful. They have been very generous and very loving, and I can't say enough good about my two stepkids. They are wonderful. They truly are, and I absolutely adore them. So, things could be a lot worse than they are, and I try and count my blessings every single day. I've always had what I consider to be an attitude of gratitude because I think it helps face difficult times. And you're grateful for what you do have. We had some warm days with sun, but it was a cool north wind. Today we were surrounded by a storm. It missed us, got the hail at the edge. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm glad it missed you, Carrie. That's good news. 89 there. You already had a day over 100 last. We've had a couple of them, Lisa. I understand that. Oh, yes, Rebecca, no problem at all. I live in Texas in the area around San Antonio, which is south central Texas. And that's such a big area. I'm not sure anybody could find me even with directions. Let's see, these things are going okay for me. I'm kind of hoping they would. Well, I'm hoping during this month coming up that I will be able to get rid of all of this excess stuff that I don't need, that I have inherited just by default from both of my sisters. Um, I have two beautiful acres and I can't care for them right now because even my lawnmower is not working. I discovered a couple of days ago that I have an adorable little field mouse who has decided to move into my house. So I called and left a message with my exterminator, and they're going to bring out some traps and see if they can trap them and take them away. So, field mice are cute, but they are very destructive, and they will eat through wiring and everything else. And I, while they're cute, I don't want to live with them. So we're going to get rid of that. But main reason why they're getting in is because I can't keep the yard mowed up close to the house because the only thing I have to mow my yard right now is a pair of sewing scissors. And trying to do two acres with sewing scissors is just a bit daunting, to say the least. But my friend is trying to get my mower fixed, and I'm shopping for a string trimmer that I can use. And once I get a string trimmer, I'm going to get out there and go around the house and make a wide swath where it'll scare the animals to come across that to come into the house. So, oh well. And I've had the suggestion made that I should do a GoFundMe account to see if I can't raise some money to help with the foundation. And that's something I'm thinking about. I have not decided to do it yet. I understand that GoFundMe is, they take a lot of the money. I know that when David passed away, several people wanted to send donations, and I asked them to send them through the PayPal. And that way, PayPal took much less of the money than GoFundMe does. So I may do that as well, but I have not decided what to do. The battery operated trimmer that worked great. That's what I'm looking at, Amy. I'm looking at something because my hands are small. And when you have to change out that spool that holds the string, you have to be able to get your hand around it to pull it off. And I can't do that because my hands are small. That's what I thought too, Amy. PayPal would be, I would get more of the funds if I decide to do that. And people could make the donation directly to me. But I'm not sure I'm going to do it yet. Hello, Metal. Welcome, welcome, Metal. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Thank you. I will look that up in a little bit. I'm not strong enough to pull the string on a gas-powered string trimmer. I've tried that many times. I can't do a manual start lawnmower either. So Black & Decker 20 volt. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you. Yes, I think it is too, Joe. I've had several in the past. The last couple of times I went looking, all I could find was the 2-string kind, not the one. And when you have a 2-stringer, the spool that it goes on is just too large for my hands. And I've tried taking it off two-handed, and I can't hold on to the trimmer while I'm taking it off. So, oh, well, Lisa, I would love to have someone who was a lawnmower in my life, but even when David was alive, the lawn mowing is my job. Oh, that sounds good, Amy. I will, when this is over, I'll scroll back through and get that model and everything and look that up on Amazon. It'd be nice to have it just delivered right to the door. Hello, Han Solo. Good to see you. I do a little bartering, Han, but there's not a lot of folks around here that are younger than I am. Most of the people in my neighborhood are my age or older. So getting someone to barter on that kind of work is a little difficult. I do, however, have one friend who is going to come over not this coming Saturday, but a week from Saturday and help me with moving a bunch of furniture around. So that's good. Metal blade on stick. They work really good. Oh, okay. I don't really have any brush. I just have long grass. You're currently in the clear, got diagnosed with diabetes type 2, but I'm getting used to it. You're clear of cancer for 6 months. Oh, congratulations, Mark. That is wonderful news. Got a job too. Oh, that I'm so proud of you, Mark. That is so wonderful. You got a Ryobi light and EPU. Looks like there's a lot of things out there that I need to just check into. Replace the head with 2 plastic type blades that cut well, not a bunch of messing with string. Is that hard to do, Metal? Because whatever gets done, I have to do it myself. Isn't that great news, Terry? I'm so pleased. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, I still have my brother-in-law's bird here. Her name is Lola. She is a little cockatoo. She's solid white with yellow behind her top knot and yellow under her tail. And she moved in with us 6 weeks ago. And she may end up staying here. I don't know. He comes to see her about every couple of weeks and spends 10 or 15 minutes with her and leaves her away. She's the one making the weird noises in the back. So, oh, thank you, Amy. Thank you very much. Very good. I would imagine since the Black and Decker that probably Amazon will cover it, and that's a good thing. Oh, goodness gracious. You know, Metal, I'm reading your post again. I saw, might have been on an Amazon ad, I don't remember where, a little thing that you could put on your string trimmer that had two blades that spun in opposite directions, but they were metal. They were not plastic. Actually, Amy, that is Lola. The boys are being just as quiet as can be, but Lola has decided that she wants some attention. So she makes lots of noise. As little as she is, she's about this tall, and the boys are about that tall. So she's a little less than half their height. And she makes just as much noise as they do. She just is a very noisy little bird. But oh, does she have a big personality? Just gave your husband a heart attack. He thought a bird got in the house. Sorry about that, Lisa. That's funny. Lola being, yes, this Lola is definitely a showgirl. She has all kinds of personality and she loves people, although she doesn't want to be touched by anyone other than myself and my brother-in-law. She doesn't let anybody, she try to touch him, you draw back and let him. But she's decided she likes me and she absolutely adores him. So, oh, you're right, it is funny. Father-in-law, both his bicycle. Whoa, that would work. Well, I guess I got to get a trimmer first, and then I'll start getting creative with the heads. And a neighbor of mine down the street, I went to the garage sale at their house, and we were chatting. And they have a trailer and a pickup that will pull the trailer. And they said that when I was ready, that they would come and pick up my large riding lawnmower and take it to wherever I needed it to go to be fixed and then pick it up again for me. And that would save me a little over $100 because to rent one of those trailers costs $100 each time you rent it. And that's $100 a day. So that would save me some money too for them to do that. So when the time comes, I may do that. It would sure be nice to not have to spend that extra $200. Yeah, Joe, there are lots of ways, and I am discovering there are a lot of really, really wonderful people that are out there to help, and they do help. Amy, I have sprayed my driveway with the vinegar, salt, and Dawn because I have a lot of cracks that the weeds are coming up through. And so far, I've had no luck with that at all on my driveway, and I don't know why. But it's just, I don't know if maybe that's just for broadleaf weeds, but stuff coming up through my driveway is more like grass. And it has not been good. And I went to Tractor Supply and got that heavy duty, I think it's called canning vinegar. It's instead of being the 5% that you get at the grocery store, I think it's 20%. And I did that in the Dawn and salt and shook it real good and took it out there and just wet down the stuff in the driveway, and it didn't die. So I'm not sure exactly what I did that's wrong. But before I can do that around the perimeter of the house, I'm going to have to get it short enough that I don't have to do it 4 or 5 times to get down to ground level. I have to trim it back and then spray that on it, see if it'll work. A friend of mine who operates heavy machinery, really, monster grass. A friend of mine who operates big machinery has said that if I will pay the rental on a Bobcat, which is $200 a day here, and have about 20 yards of topsoil delivered, that he will drive the Bobcat and front end loader and muscle the soil around and put it where we want it, so I can make berms to keep the water from going under the house and washing away more of the soil, and also divert the water away from the chicken pen. So I'm considering that as well. Eat up your hard work, Father, and don't give up. That must be it. You're right. You're absolutely right. Malt vinegar. I wonder if I can get malt vinegar somewhere. That's a good idea. Hi, Michigan Daffodil. I didn't see your post until you retracted it. Sorry. Yeah. Malt vinegar. I'll have to look around. Maybe I can get that at a beer making store. We've got a couple of stores around that sell that sort of thing. Camping with the family, have some time alone. Oh, well, thank you for dropping by. Lynx Acres, hello, welcome to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you dropped in to say hey. That's marvelous. I thought for about 5 seconds, I thought about going and getting Roundup, but I don't want Roundup in my yard, and I know better. But get so frustrated with dealing with these things. I mean, some of this grass I can't even pull out. It's so sturdy. So, oh well. I'll go get some malt vinegar and see if that works. At this point, I'm willing to try anything. I'm going to turn on a little fan to give myself some cool air. If it gets too loud, let me know. I'll turn it off again. Good to see you too, Michigan. So good to see you. We've had several people come in. Yeah, I knew you were talking to me. We've had several people come in since I made my big announcement, so I'm going to go ahead and make it again. We're just a little past the halfway in the live anyway, so the big news is that I've had some rather major things come up in my life over the last 4 to 5 weeks. Actually, a little longer than that, more like about 4 to 5 months if you go back to when I lost David. And I'm starting to suffer major overload. So I am going to take the month of June to just relax. I'm going to step away from YouTube and everything else just for the month of June. I will be back in July, but I need to get some rest and recoup time. So check if you need a French drain for the foundation. I will do that. Thank you, hon. I don't know what we have. Thank you, Carrie. Um, the vinegar that I've got, I think is like 21%. It's pretty strong. Someone sent you a dozen beautiful candle holders. Yes, the problem is you have no idea. It wasn't from me. I would have put my name on it. Sorry. Last few weeks, I had stuff going on. Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I really, I know I'm going to miss you guys terribly, but I just feel like for my own mental health and my own physical health, because I am getting really tired, that I just need to take a month and get myself back caught up on some of the things around here that need to be done. There's a lot of stuff. It will only be for the month of June. I'll be right back on the first Sunday in July. So please mark your calendars. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And I do crave everyone's prayers. I know prayer is what has carried me through so far. So all of you, please think of my name, send up a prayer for me. It's going to be a long month. I'm going to be doing a lot of hard work and caring for my mom and my dad and checking on my daughter. My daughter is so much better. I'm so pleased. We were quite afraid when we heard about the blood clot, but she's been very good about following the doctor's instructions and taking her pills and that sort of thing. So she's much, much better than she was. A lot of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion with a lot of burnout. Right, Carrie? That's absolutely right. I've had since last November, well, actually since last October, I've had a whole lot of things going on. Hello, Susie. It's wonderful to see you. Yes, you did. But quickly, I'll just catch you up. The announcement is that for the month of June, I am taking time away from YouTube and other social media to kind of rest and recuperate from all the changes I've had in my life over the last 6 months. So, but I will be back on the first Sunday in July, so I'm not going away forever. Lynx Acres, thank you so much for coming by. I hope to see you in July when we all come back together. Oh, good. I look forward to seeing the pictures of your garden. Thank you, Lisa Clark. Thank you. And thank you too, Cindy. I appreciate it. I had thought at one point maybe to change the day and time of the live stream, but I, I couldn't find a time that worked better for me than this. Everyone's used to me being here, so I decided to keep it. You don't get days off, Kate. We love you. I understand, Joe. I do understand. Very blessed that I can take this time. And to be real honest, Joe, if it were just my parents that I was dealing with, it might be a little easier. I will consider that, Michigan. Thank you. We'll see how it goes. I may get back in July and decide I need to do only every other week or something until I get back on my feet. But right now, I need basically more than anything, I need rest. So I will be doing a lot of resting. I'm finding that I'm doing a lot more sleeping than I ever did. Amy, you will love this. I come home from my folks, sit down in the chair for a moment to rest and before I go make supper and let the dog, are out, and I'm asleep and I wake up 2 hours later. So you understand how quickly I can do that. And it's gotten to the point where I don't dare sit down because if I sit down, I go to sleep. And once I get all these crazy things in the announcements, if I'm going to be on the only announcement that I was making with my time away from YouTube during June. The only announcement I wanted to be sure that anyone that saw my announcement to come on and do a live stream would see that there was an announcement so they could come over and hear it. Actually, what I need to do is I need to start closing down. I do, like I said earlier, I do crave your prayers. Prayers are what carried me through everything so far. I do still have my prayer list, and I am still praying for everyone on it. Almost every one of you folks that I've seen here today are on it for various reasons and some for general reasons, but you're all on it. I hadn't seen you yet. Take care, Michigan, and I'll see you in July, or I'll see you at the Broussards. That is one thing. If y'all want to, Brett and Amy have a live stream on Thursday nights, Central Time, 7 to 8. And once a month, it's on Wednesdays instead of Thursdays. Brett's work schedule changes. But for the next 3 weeks, it'll be on Thursday night. So if y'all want to drop in, it's Broussard Homesteads. And like I said, Central Time, 7 to 8. I'll be there most likely. I may be late because that's one of the days I have to check on the folks. But chances are, if I'm going to be anywhere, I'll be there. Thank you again for dropping in, everyone. It was lovely to see you all. I look forward to seeing you next month. No, month after next in July. Take care. I love you all very much. I will see you. Love you too, Amy. I will see you all in July. Bye.